Are you experiencing weaker erections than before, constant fatigue, or avoiding intimacy not by choice but because your body simply will not respond? Pay attention. This may not be due to aging. It could be something far more straightforward and correctable. A deficiency in 3 essential vitamins. Your system is silently crying out for these nutrients. I am Dr. Moit K., a specialist in men's wellness with over 3 decades of experience assisting men past 60 in reclaiming the vitality, power, and intimate confidence they believed was permanently lost. Most physicians will not tell you this. Many mature men do not lack interest. They lack proper circulation, stamina, and hormonal equilibrium. And frequently the solution is not found in medication. It is found in your diet. Please leave a comment below. Tell me which nation or city you are viewing from. It is incredible to witness how extensively this information is spreading, and I enjoy connecting with each of you. Today, I will demonstrate precisely which 3 vitamins every man beyond 60 should be consuming and how they can assist in restoring normal erections, increasing testosterone, and revitalizing your energy levels. Continue watching because shortly, I will also disclose the most harmful error men commit when consuming these vitamins and how to prevent it. Beginning tonight, before we proceed, please click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you will not miss another essential health recommendation created specifically for men over 60. And if this information resonates with you, enter 1 in the comments. If it does not, enter 0 and inform me how I can improve this content to better serve you. Very well, let us get directly to the point. Beginning with the first and most ignored factor for restoring circulation and natural erections in men over 60. It is something your system once generated easily, particularly when you spend time outside. However, as you grow older, concentrations decline dramatically, and so does your blood flow, energy, and sexual function. I am referring to vitamin D, frequently termed the sunshine vitamin, but for you it might simply be the cornerstone for regaining your strength and self-assurance. Allow me to clarify why. Number 1, vitamin D, the circulation activator. I still recall the initial time I met with a 67-year-old gentleman named Paul. He was intelligent, considerate, and extremely frustrated. "Doctor," he expressed, "I still desire to be intimate with my wife, but my body simply will not respond anymore." That quiet admission is one I have heard from countless men throughout the years. And most often, the beginning point for recovering that vitality is not some wonder medication. It is vitamin D. Vitamin D is among the most undervalued nutrients regarding men's wellness after 60. We often consider it merely something obtained from sunlight, or something children require for healthy bones. But actually, vitamin D has a direct significant impact on male sexual function. It is the precise mechanism that assists your blood vessels in opening and delivering oxygen-rich blood throughout your system, including to the regions that determine your masculinity. Without it, circulation decreases, energy drops, and intimacy becomes more challenging than necessary. More than 40% of mature adults are lacking in vitamin D. I am discussing good men. Men who stay active, eat reasonably, and still wonder, why do I not feel like myself anymore? When your vitamin D levels are insufficient, your body creates less nitric oxide, a compound crucial for blood circulation and sexual performance. It is not only about intimacy, it is about endurance, mental clarity, and confidence. The positive news is that correcting a deficiency does not require complex procedures. 15 to 20 minutes of morning sunshine, consuming more salmon, tuna, or enriched dairy products, and supplementing with premium vitamin D3 can drastically change how your body functions. I have witnessed patients who could hardly complete a walk around the neighborhood suddenly feel energized and reconnected with their spouses again. This is not theoretical. This is biological science. And it is one of the most straightforward methods to reclaim your vitality. But as effective as vitamin D is, it can only help you so much. Because even if your blood is circulating properly, your body still requires the energy to move it, maintain it, and convert it into performance. That is where our second vitamin enters. And if you have ever felt exhausted without explanation, it might be the solution to unlocking the energy you have been lacking. Let us discuss that next. Number 2, vitamin B12, the energy producer. Several years ago, I treated a patient named Robert. He was 72, a former firefighter and a proud grandfather. But beneath his strong appearance, he seemed exhausted. He informed me, "Doctor, I sleep 8 hours. I consume my meals, but I still feel like I am struggling through each day. My mind is unclear. My body is weary. And when it is time to be intimate with my wife, I simply do not have the strength." His experience remained with me because it was so typical and so frequently overlooked. What Robert was experiencing was classic vitamin B12 deficiency, something I observe in numerous men over 60. This vitamin is essential for energy creation. Without it, your body cannot adequately transform food into usable energy. Regardless of how well you eat or how much you rest, without sufficient B12, your system operates on empty. It also has a critical function in creating red blood cells which transport oxygen to your muscles, brain, and yes, your reproductive organs. When those cells are insufficient, everything slows down. Your stamina diminishes, your concentration weakens, and you may feel detached from the very activities that once excited you. And here is the problem. As you age, your capacity to absorb B12 from food decreases. Even if you are eating meat, eggs, or dairy, it might not be adequate. That is why so many older men feel tired, weak, or mentally unclear even when all their basic health indicators appear normal on tests. The remedy can be surprisingly straightforward. Increasing B12 through quality supplementation, or sometimes, physician-administered injections can significantly restore mental sharpness, physical endurance, and that feeling of being alert again. I have seen men transition from falling asleep in the afternoon to hiking, laughing, and being completely engaged with their loved ones. All from addressing a deficiency they never realized they had. But energy is not the complete picture. Your body also requires protection, something that strengthens blood vessels, decreases inflammation, and supports the very hormones that define masculinity. That is where the third vitamin appears. It is often termed the fertility vitamin, but its influence extends far beyond reproduction. In fact, without it, your testosterone and circulation may already be declining. Let us examine this more closely. Number 3, vitamin E, the fertility protector. I remember consulting with James, a 70-year-old retired pilot who visited my clinic feeling frustrated and puzzled. He told me, "Doctor, I eat properly. I exercise. I am doing everything correctly, but recently I feel wrong. My desire is reduced. I am not recovering the way I used to. And honestly, I just do not feel masculine anymore." That affected me deeply because James was not lazy or careless. He was disciplined, proud, and dedicated to his health. But he was missing something that even most doctors rarely discuss: vitamin E. Vitamin E is not merely a fertility supplement or a skin vitamin. It is a powerhouse when it comes to male health, especially over 60. This vitamin is a natural antioxidant, meaning it combats the oxidative stress and inflammation that quietly harm your blood vessels, hormones, and reproductive organs as you age. When inflammation accumulates, blood flow weakens, testosterone decreases, and energy crashes. It is not immediate, but it is continuous. And without realizing it, men like James begin to lose their advantage. What makes vitamin E so crucial is its ability to keep your blood vessels flexible and your circulation strong. Erections are not just about arousal, they are about blood flow. And when blood cannot reach where it needs to go, performance suffers. But that is not all. Vitamin E also helps your body produce testosterone more effectively. And after 60, that is more critical than ever. Low testosterone does not just affect the bedroom. It affects your mood, motivation, and sense of purpose. The good news is restoring vitamin E is simple and natural. Almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard are excellent sources. Or if necessary, a high-quality natural vitamin E supplement can help bridge the gaps. I have seen men like James return months later with a smile, feeling sharper, stronger, and more connected to life again. Now you might be curious what occurs when you combine these three vitamins. Is there a method they work together to amplify results? The answer is yes. In fact, when used properly, these nutrients can create a chain reaction that transforms not just your energy or erections, but your entire experience of aging. Let us explore how. Number 4. Why these three vitamins work better together. Years ago, I had a patient named Walter. He was 68, a retired high school coach who had always taken pride in staying active and sharp. He had been taking vitamin D for a while, then added B12 after feeling tired, and later began including vitamin E when I explained its role in testosterone. But it was not until he started taking all three consistently, and in the proper amounts, that something clicked. I remember him entering my office one afternoon, smiling broadly, and saying, "Doctor, I do not know what you did, but I feel like I have a new engine." That is the power of synergy. These vitamins do not just work separately, they support and enhance each other. Vitamin D improves circulation by increasing nitric oxide. Vitamin B12 increases red blood cell production, helping oxygen travel through that improved circulation. And vitamin E protects and nourishes the blood vessels that carry it all, while also helping regulate the testosterone that fuels your energy and drive. Individually, they each have a function, but together they create what I call the vitality triangle. Circulation, energy, and hormonal support working in harmony. This is especially important as you age because your body does not recover the way it used to. Nutrient absorption slows down, inflammation builds, recovery takes longer, and one missing piece can disrupt everything. But when you bring these three together in balance, your body starts to recall how it used to feel. You may find yourself awakening more refreshed, feeling clearer in your thinking, responding faster when it matters, not just physically, but emotionally too. A sense of confidence returns, and that is something no prescription can create. Walter was not an exception. I have seen the same transformation in countless men who take these nutrients seriously and incorporate them into their daily routine. But here is the thing, most men never see these benefits. Why? Because they are unknowingly making a common mistake that cancels out the very progress they are trying to make. And if you are not careful, you might be doing it too. Let us discuss what that mistake is and how to fix it. Number 5. The one mistake most men make. One morning, a man named Gerald walked into my office carrying a plastic grocery bag full of supplements. He was 74, thoughtful, well-read, and clearly trying his best to take control of his health. He spread out the bottles on my desk and said, "Doctor, I have been taking all of these for months, but I still feel tired, foggy, and honestly, nothing is improving down there." I could hear the disappointment in his voice, and I have heard it far too many times before. The biggest mistake men make, especially over 60, is assuming that just taking supplements is enough. They buy cheap synthetic versions from discount stores or online, thinking all vitamins are the same, but they are not. The form, quality, and dosage of a vitamin determine whether your body actually absorbs and uses it, or just eliminates it. Take vitamin B12 for example. Most generic brands use a form called cyanocobalamin, which many older men cannot properly convert. What you want instead is methylcobalamin, the active form your body can actually use. The same applies to vitamin D. D2 is cheaper but far less effective than D3. And with vitamin E, synthetic forms can lack the full spectrum your body needs to support testosterone and circulation. Another mistake, inconsistency. Taking a vitamin once or twice a week when you remember is not going to create lasting change. Your body thrives on routine. It needs steady support to rebuild energy, restore blood flow, and balance hormones. This is about creating a daily foundation, not chasing a quick fix. When Gerald made the switch to higher quality forms and began taking them consistently, the difference was dramatic. Within a month, he told me he was sleeping better, waking up more energized, and in his words, feeling like a man again. That change did not come from trying harder. It came from doing it correctly. Now that you know what works and what to avoid, the next step is putting it all together. You might be wondering, How do I actually make this part of my day without it becoming complicated? That is exactly what we will cover next. A simple, realistic routine any man can follow to support energy performance and vitality every single day. Let us build your plan. Number 6. Your daily vitality routine. When I work with older men, one of the first things they ask me, often with a mix of hope and hesitation, is, "Doctor, just tell me what to do each day." I do not need complicated. I just need something that works. That is a question I respect deeply. Because at this stage of life, most men are not looking for fads or gimmicks. They want consistency, simplicity, a plan that helps them feel strong again. So, let me tell you about Frank, a 66-year-old former carpenter who came to me after months of struggling with low energy, poor sleep, and fading confidence in the bedroom. We did not overhaul his life. We built a basic, powerful routine around the vitamins we have been discussing, and it changed everything. Each morning, Frank would start his day with a full glass of water and his B12 supplement taken with a protein-rich breakfast. After breakfast, he would take a short walk outside, just 15 minutes in the sunlight to help stimulate natural vitamin D production. If it was cloudy or winter, he used a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement with his first meal. A handful of almonds or sunflower seeds provided his vitamin E along with a drizzle of olive oil over his lunchtime salad. That was it. No extremes, just small, deliberate choices. Within weeks, Frank said he had more energy to play with his grandchildren, more interest in being close to his wife, and a sense of confidence that had quietly slipped away over the years. He felt like himself again, not a younger version, but a stronger, more grounded version of the man he was. The truth is, you do not need a dozen pills or complicated routines. What you need is a steady rhythm, the right nutrients in the right forms, and a mindset that says, "I am still in control of my health." Because you are. Now, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final message. Something every man over 60 needs to hear, but rarely does. If you have ever wondered whether it is too late to feel strong, desired, and fully alive again, the answer might surprise you. Let us talk about that. If you have made it this far, I want to take a moment to speak to you, not as a doctor, but as a man who has spent over 30 years sitting across from men just like you. Men who have lived full lives. Men who have worked hard, raised families, built legacies. Men who now find themselves asking, "Why does not my body feel like it used to?" That question is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are still fighting, still searching for the strength, energy, and connection that make life feel meaningful. And that is something I deeply respect. We have talked about 3 essential vitamins. Vitamin D, the circulation activator that helps open your blood vessels and restore blood flow where it matters most. Vitamin B12, the energy producer that fuels your brain, muscles, and stamina. And vitamin E, the fertility protector that protects your heart, supports testosterone, and keeps your system running like it should. But the real power does not come from knowing their names. It comes from building them into your life. The truth is, these nutrients do not just support your body. They support your identity, your confidence, your presence in your relationship, your ability to wake up feeling like yourself again. I have seen it happen too many times to doubt it. And I have watched men who were convinced their best years were behind them discover a second wind that changed everything. So what now? That is up to you. You can take what you have heard today and let it sit on a shelf, or you can act on it. You can choose to give your body what it has been quietly asking for. You can make that walk in the morning. Take that supplement with intention. Say yes to your health and to your future. Because here is what I know without question. It is not too late. Not even close. You still have time to feel stronger. You still have time to reconnect. And you still have time to be the man you know you are fully, boldly, and without apology. You have already taken the first step by showing up here. Now, it is time to take the next one. If this video spoke to you, helped you, or gave you something to think about, do not keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit that like button so we know this content is making a difference. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who needs to hear this message. And if you have got a moment, leave a comment below. Let me know what resonated with you most or tell me what topic you want me to cover next. Your voice helps shape this space. If you want to help this channel and support our mission to create more content for men over 60, think about making a small donation. Every little bit helps fund better research, improve our videos, and reach more men who need this information. You are not just a viewer. You are joining a movement, and I am grateful to have you here. Before you go, tell me in the comments, where are you tuning in from? Your city, your country. I read every single one, and it means a lot to connect with you. Do not forget to like, subscribe, take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next video.